Hello, my name is Sonia Jaramillo, and today I'm going to present a general summary for unit number 7, Take Care of Yourself. In this presentation, I will explain the main topic of the unit, including vocabulary, listening comprehension, grammar, and speaking skills. Finally, I will share my personal opinion about what I learned from this unit. Unit number 7, Take Care of yourself. Number one is a general overview of the unit. The unit number 7 focus on healthy lifestyles and self-care. The main purpose of this unit is understand how we can take better care of our physical and mental health. It also explores how technology influence our daily life, uh, its benefit and change. The unit we learn as a full vocabulary relate to help improve our listening skills and study important grammar structure and practice expressing opinions and giving advice in English. Number two, vocabulary. The vocabulary in this unit introduces to relate the health, illness, healthy habits, and medical care. For example, some important words are the health lifestyles, exercise, nutrition, diet, treatment, monitor, medication, symptoms, disease. Okay, for example, doctor, hospital, mental health, and technology. Um, Learning this vocabulary help us talk about our health describe links, understand the medical information, and discuss healthy habits. For example, we can describe daily routines such as eating healthy food, exercising regularly, drinking enough water, sleeping well, and managing stress. Let's continue with the next is a number three. Number three is listening comprehension. And listening comprehension below several important strategies. The first one is inferring the speaker. Sometimes speakers don't clearly express what they think. Instead, they're listening to need to understand the speaker's point of view by paying attention to the context, the tone, voice, and information present. This helps us identity information, beliefs, and attitudes that aren't stated directly. And another aspect for strategy is taking notes using abbreviation. Instead of writing complete words, we can use shortened form of symbols to write information more quickly while listening. This technique save the time, help us remember the most important areas. This unit also teach us how to recognize and understand the clarifications. Something we don't understand and mention the first time in those situations is important to us for um, clarification, and some common expression are, for example, could you repeat that please, or do you mean in other words, so you are saying that. This expression help allow and improve the communication. Overall, this listening strategy make us better listener and more effective communicate. Number four, grammar. In this part, the grammar focus on this unit is a model of advice and necessity. The main modal verbs students are the should, have to, must. Okay, the should. When you use should to give advice or recommendation, for example, you should exercise regularly, or you should practice English. Okay, Next is O2 has a similar meaning to soul, but the sounds a little stronger. For example, you ought to visit a doctor. Have to. The have to we used to have when sometimes is necessary or obligatory. For example, I have take medicines, or students have to complete their work. Let's continue with must. We use must to express a strong obligation or necessary. For example, you must wear a zero beer. And let's continue with the next part is about the unit to explain the difference between the must not or have don't or don't have to. Okay, the must is the must not is the meaning sometimes is prohibited. Okay, it don't have to or do not have to, the mean sometimes is not necessary. Understand these modal verbs help us give advice, express obligations, and to tell about the healthy habits more natural. Okay, let's continue with the next is a number five is speaking skills. Speaking skills focus on asking for expressing opinions in every conversation. Is fears important to us one another people think to express our ideas polite, no? The sometimes expression for asking opinions are what do you think, or what is your opinion, or how do you feel about, or do you agree. Some expression for giving opinions are in my opinion, I think, from my perspective, I believe. The unit also teach us how to agree or disagree. For for example, I agree that's a good point, or I think you're right. And for disagreement, I don't completely agree, or I see your point bad, or I have a different opinion. This expression help us participate and communicate in discussions with other people. No. Next, continue with the importance of taking care of yourself. In this unit, this unit is that good health is essential for happy life. Uh, Taking care is always mean the maintain the healthy habits, eating, nutrition, food, exercise regularly, sleeping in our hours, or reducing stress, or visiting the doctor when necessary. It also teach us technology can improve our life, but we should is the maintain a balance between screen time and physical activity. And let's continue with what I learned, no, or what is the most important part for this unit. For this unit, I learned the new vocabulary related to health, medicine, healthy lifestyles, and technology. I also improved my listening skills by learning how different speakers take notes with abbreviation, and ask for a clarification when necessary. In grammar, I learning how use modal verb such as should, have to, ought to, must to give evidence and express necessary. Finally, I learned as a full expression for asking for opinions, giving opinions, uh, i- um, agree and disagree during conversation. And finally, in my opinion, this part is about my personal opinion, no? Okay, in my opinion, this unit is very practical because the health is one of the most important aspect of our life. I remain that taking care of myself is not only about avoid illness but also beloved healthy habits every day. I also think that technology can be as a for learning communication, but it's important use to moderation and not replace the physical activity or personal relationships. A future English teacher, I believe this unit will help me and now my students to below health lifestyle, will also improve their English conversation and English communicative skills. No, and this unit helped me expanding my vocabulary and improve my listening and speaking abilities, understand how to give advice and expression or opinions more confident. This is all for this video. Thank you so much.